Hey, welcome back to SquareMaxCustoms. I hope you all had a great week. This week we're going to work on Maxine, my 1988 R30 square body that I frame swapped onto a 2002 2500 HD chassis with a DURAMAX diesel. So I've been neglecting Maxine, so yesterday evening I ran her a bubble bath. And then I lathered her all up, I was rubbing her all down, and the wife came out. Woo, I was getting nervous. I thought she was going to get mad at me. She'd get a little jealous. Believe it or not, she jumped right in on the inside and gave her a good douching, which she needed it because she was a dirty girl. But I have a little front end issue that I was trying to be my young teen a few weeks ago, and I just rotated my tires to fix it. But unfortunately, we got a bad ball joint. So this week, we're going to replace the upper A-arm with the ball joint already installed, and I'm going to show you guys how to do a backyard alignment with just your basic tools. Can y'all see that? Well, that's a bad ball joint. So, we're gonna take it off and replace it. Fun. I hate doing ball joints. Look at the inside of this. That sounds better. So we sort of retro styled this truck. I wanted it as old school as possible. So we tried to keep it old school. But we put the 2002 cluster in and the 2002 AC and heat box and vents and all the electrical and, you know, all that good stuff. There ain't no mice in this freaking truck, bum. Oh yeah, the heater core is leaking. So I bought a new heater core and I put it in, but unfortunately it's still leaking. So it looks like we're gonna have to install it the right way. Which, that don't sound fun either because that dash is sort of built around the 2002 heat box. But we'll figure it out. Future date. I'm trying to procrastinate. I don't feel like working on the front end and changing the A-arm and stuff. So we got the 4x4. So this was a R30, meaning two-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, 88 to 91 or something. They changed it from the C and the K to R and V, R rear-wheel, V four-wheel drive. This was a two-wheel drive dually gasser when I started. So we switched it over to 4x4 push button because that's what the donor truck had. Custom fit a gauge cluster in with some diamond plate. I always wanted to put some wood trim on it and a bunch of other stuff, but when you start driving your projects, they no longer get worked on that much. Too busy building other stupid creations and crazy stuff. So, all right, stop. I'm gonna stop. Let's get into this. We gotta rip. We ain't gotta do nothing on this side. Oh yeah, we got 96 Silverado headlights in it instead of the old double bulb headlights. All right, let's rip that off. So there's probably a billion different ways to do this, and this is probably not the right way, but this is my way. So I left the tire on. Jack up on your frame, not your A-arm, because there's a torsion bar and there's a lot of pressure on that. And let it down so your tire just touches the ground. Then loosen all your bolts up. And then right here, just smash that. Well, I couldn't get in here because I left the tire on. So I got a pipe and then a big hammer. And you whack that a couple times and the old ball joint, boop, pops out of there. And then you jack up a little bit more to let the rest of the pressure down. And well, she slides right out. And then, seeing as there's no pressure, you can just take, you know, your camber keys out and, or bolts, whatever you want to call them, put them off to the side and then voila, A-arm's out. Time to put the new one in. And then we'll show you how to do a backyard alignment with a 2-foot level and a tape measure. Well, I got the new A-arm with the bushings, and look, brand new bushings, brand new ball joint, and this thing's like 50 bucks all put together online. Like, that's why I don't mess around with just, you know, popping that ball joint out. I just replaced the whole thing. So, you don't really need to watch me put this back in, because you just watched me take it out, and you're going to do the same thing just backwards. So, we'll get this thing in. Now that that's installed, we're going to adjust these jacks up front. So for our backyard alignment, we want to get our jacks as close to the tire as possible. And we're going to jack up on the bottom of the A-arm. And then we're going to get our level out, and we're going to level our frame side to side. And well, then we'll get to the next step, one step at a time. I don't want us all to forget what we're doing. Okay, look, now that we got our truck leveled, so my bumper's pretty level. Now that we got our truck leveled, I climb under and put it on the frame and show you, but you're just gonna take my word for it. Now that we got our truck leveled and we got our tires just slightly off the ground with our jacks as far over as we can, we're gonna grab our level again and we're gonna go over. So this tire we didn't touch, so we shouldn't have to adjust this one. And now we're just gonna take our level over here and we're gonna put it on the edge of the rim. See? The edge of the rim. All right. See how it's in the middle? So this probably isn't the right way to do it, but this is my way. No, you should go pay to have your front end aligned. But say you're in a pickle and you know you had to go replace your tie rod or your ball joint or whatever, and you threw your front end out of alignment. Well, this is how you're going to do it at home in your garage by yourself, because, you know, the alignment shop can't get you in for a couple weeks or a couple days, or you just don't have the extra money. Or, I'm not saying do this, but say you're you know, a young teenager and you want to crank your dang torsion keys to the max and put a 3-inch front lift. Don't do this. Lift your whole truck front and back. Put a lift in the front. This is a good way for you to align your truck at home instead of, you know, doing all that stuff and then destroying your tires in like 1,000 miles. So this is the way I align this truck. This truck's never been to an alignment shop, and all my tires are pretty evenly worn. Like I said in the beginning, they just started to cut, but I went and rotated them. But obviously, that was because of the dang ball joint that went bad. But they've been on there for 2 years, so you could say it don't work, but all my tread's pretty even, and this is how I've aligned my last 30 trucks. So, like I said, it's not the right way, but it'll get you, it'll save you your tires until you can get to the alignment shop and do it the right way. Or do whatever you want. Align it like this and just drive it. That's your choice. I don't go to alignment shops. So, as I was saying, where do we leave the level? All right. So you saw this side. So, I don't know, there's supposed to be some kind of camber to it or something, but I just walked you around, showed you all my tires. This is where this has been, so we're gonna leave that alone. Now, for the other side here that we haven't touched, this one's off. So in order to fix that, you just loosen these up. These are your cambers or whatever you want to call them. I'm probably calling them the wrong thing. And you move them even, a little bit and a little bit, until you make your ball sit in the center of your level. And then you tighten everything down really tight. And in the meantime, you go back and forth with a tape measure and you click it right here and make sure you have the same tread spot, front and back of the tire, and you go from here to the other side, identical spot on the tire. Make sure you pick the same point and pay attention, because mine are all the same, but some of them will be like here, 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 here. Pay attention to when you pick this. Now you measure that. Say it's 76 3/4. Now we come back here. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna pick our same spot as we did the front, and we're gonna run the tape measure to the other side. Say this one's, 76 even. Well, obviously we need to pull the tie rods in just slightly until we get somewhat even numbers from the back side to the front side. So I hope I explained this all well enough. Now, the next thing is, you're not gonna just do this once. We're doing it backyard, You're gonna do this a couple times. Run your tape measure back and forth, get it somewhat into spec, then run your freaking level on the tire, get it in spec, then go back and double check. Back and forth with the tape measure, back with the level, one more time with the tape measure, and then lock everything in. Because as you move these cambers and this A-arm up here, it will change where your tie rod is. So if you go in a little bit here, it's gonna bring the tie rod. You probably have, your tires are pointing out. So you have to do this step. I'd recommend doing it 2 or 3 times. Now you guys, y'all do whatever you want. But I gotta get back to work. I gotta get this front end done. Don't forget to make sure your steering wheel's where you want it. Because, man, it would suck to get all done and then have to freaking get in your truck and your steering wheel's like this. It's halfway around or something. So double check your steering wheel a few times. But yeah, I mean, that's the basics of it. That's how you backyard redneck align your truck. For people that don't have big old rims like this, what I do is I'll take 2... well, look at perfect. I'll take 2 sockets that are the same size and a little bit of black tape, and you just run it like that. Run the black tape around, it'll hold the socket on, and then you bring it over like this and you adjust it. So you got a little 14-inch rim. Well, you tape the socket on so the socket hits the lip of the rim. Because you're not gonna do it if your tires stick out past your rim. You ain't setting the level on that. So just pick 2 sockets that are the same freaking length, tape them on to the level where it'll hit the rim top and bottom, and that's how you would do that. So yeah, that's your backyard advice for this week with SquareMax Customs. Well, boys and girls, and the government, I keep telling y'all the government's watching me. They keep freaking sending me more stuff. They want my money. Look. Well, every time I turn around, I get another governmental thing in the mail. I'm like, man, I'm selling $20 shirts. What are you guys bugging me for? They want all the money, I'm telling you. Whew, it's expensive to start selling merch. It's only shirts and stickers. Like, I thought I've already paid these people. Boy, they send me a freaking letter every week wanting more money and more info, and just watch out for the government. Hey, for anybody that wants to support, head over to SquareMax merch and get yourself a shirt or some stickers. Wife prints the stuff in the house, so you order it, she makes it, and ships it out. Appreciate all the support, everyone. Hey, don't forget to send me in your stickers, especially if you got a YouTube channel. I know, I'm only a small channel, but hey, we can still support each other. Send me a sticker for your YouTube channel, or just a sticker you like and I'll hang it on the wall if you want to see it in the background. We're all family here, come on. So this is what we've had. We haven't got no new ones lately.